I'm finally getting my. It's really late, guys. It's like, I mean, I call it late because I'm old now, but it's like 10 o'clock my time. I'm so tired. I usually pretty tired or even asleep at this point in my life. I never thought I'd be that way. If you were a partier or whatever, when you were younger, you were up late. I'm getting old. I can't do it anymore. If I absolutely have to, I guess I could, but I don't want to. So I'm typically, I like, I stay up because I wait for my husband to come home. But I'm tired. And tonight I'm really tired. I didn't sleep very well last night, like I said in my previous video. So I think that's partly why. Because I sleep in my bed and I'm a stomach sleeper. I don't know what you guys do, but I'm a stomach or side sleeper. And but then it was hurting my back last night and I kept tossing and turning. And yeah, so anyway, so I'm here finishing mopping my floor because everybody's coming home from work and obviously they need to be able to walk in this room. And here I am just now mopping this living room here. So thankfully this new spin mop that I got, because of spinning it out so well, it dries pretty fast. And I'm trying to put you on top of my husband's blankets. So, and I'm doing like a fast mop. I'm not like doing a serious mop yet.
What did you do?
Which means my floors are probably still gonna be dirty. It's just a quick, make it look nice mop.
I could get you a coffee or an aspirin. That's a mighty hard floor.
And I watched this guy I'm putting everything on my couch. I watched this guy on
You just needed a buddy.
social media.
Also use a ride if you're up for it.
His name's Joey Foo, F-O-O.
Okay.
And I just love his videos. If you haven't checked them out, I think what I love about his videos is he's not really telling us how to clean. He does it in a fun way. He does his cleaning in a fun way. So Joey Foo, if you ever see this, because of you, I love mopping now. I haven't made it to all the other tools he has because he uses leaf blowers and he's just cool to watch, and power sprays. I wish I had one of those. But my spin mop is because of him. I love watching him because he just, it's not that he doesn't use right things, but everybody has a different cleaner for every area. And sometimes you don't need that, right?
Yes, sir.
Cleaning is cleaning, and if it can clean a toilet, then it can clean pretty much anything. Even if it's not yours for the toilet that minute. Anyways, here we go. So I just kind of got, like I said before, I always had carpet. And I'm like, oh my gosh, vacuuming carpets all the time is horrible. So then we get hardwood floors, which is, right, I think it's going to be amazing. And I'm not saying that it's not, because it's less allergies, because you don't have the carpet. But you're not thinking about, especially with me, I don't live in Florida. I wish I did. If I could get my husband just to move, would have been awesome. But anyways, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So we're tracking salt in our house, and yeah, you can sit there and say, take your shoes off at the door. Okay. There, it's been mopped now. Yeah. You can say, take your shoes off at the door. But, you know, if you're carrying groceries in and it's winter, it's kind of hard to be carrying in and then taking your shoes off all the time, right? When you're carrying all these groceries in. So it's kind of harder to do than people seem to think. And before you guys ask, on an update, I have not finished the family room. So actually, laundry has been added to all of it to be put away. So yeah, and now you guys get to see a better picture of me because, yeah. Anyways, today's Saturday, right? Okay. But, yeah, so hardwood floors haven't been that easy because it looks ugly when you use the salt, or, the salt is all over your floor. Ugh. So, that makes it really messy, as you guys know, if you guys have hardwood floors. And another thing that I noticed, which was really odd to me, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to do something, guys. Whoops. Shoot. I just dropped whatever I was in. Okay. Is that when we used to have a rug down here, like we had one on our hardwood floors, and it collected sand. Where we got sand, I have no idea. So I had to look it up, like I had to Google it, and they ended up saying that the sand was basically, it was dirt. I mean, that somehow got in our house to go into, I don't know, to go into the rug. So, no matter how much I shook it out, vacuumed the rug, or anything, and it was always done in the family room with the hardwood floors. So we got rid of that because we didn't need that stress. It's funny because we have our window here in the kitchen, as you guys have seen, and I look over and our neighbor is closing up shop for the night, I guess. Meaning closing her curtain, everything. So we have a neighbor that she bought the place next door. And see, I'm kind of like, okay, I used to be a smoker. Kids don't do that, obviously. And I gave it up, 7 or 8 years ago now. Actually, it's a long story for that one, but, and we don't have time for long stories. But I was, and so I kind of became, I guess you could say I was the neighborhood watcher. Sorry guys, I'm getting stuff out of my fridge. Making sandwiches. I didn't make dinner. I was kind of hoping, I guess my husband for Valentine's Day would order tonight, but that is not one thing he wanted to do apparently. So, I guess we're making sandwiches. Anyway, so, I used to be a smoker. And we, like, my husband and I both smoked. And I was home more, so I was outside more. We smoked outside. And so I kind of became the neighborhood watcher. It was cool to watch the neighbors, get to know the neighborhood. I mean, it definitely, if we had a, what is it called? A neighborhood watch, I would have been great. I got to the point that if the cops did come around, they knew to come talk to me because I was always outside. What was funny about that is anything that did happen was never when I was around. So I don't know if people knew I wasn't home then or what. Did I ever tell you guys the story about when my son was homesick one day? We had the couch. This is at one of our old houses. It was in front of the window. And we had a mail lady. I call her a mail lady. Who, a mail deliverer. Who I loved. She was sweet. We became, we would talk. I don't know if I would say we were friends, but we would talk. And I really enjoyed her. And she delivered something at my house. I think I was outside. I went back in, sat on the couch, and I was on the phone with, I think, one of my cousins, I'm pretty sure. And all of a sudden, I hear someone screaming and yelling. Well, across the street from me, we had this guy, and he had a dog that he never kept on. Well, I mean, he did keep it on a leash sometimes, like hooked to a fence. And it was a big dog, so the leashes that he used did nothing for this dog, okay? And this dog would get loose, and anyway, it was crazy. And wasn't trained, she had delivered the mail at a house next door to where the dog lived. And so when I heard screaming, I looked out the window, and they were on not the dog's property, someone else's property, the next door neighbor, and he bit. Can't remember if he bit her, but he definitely attacked her. And it wasn't even on his property. And the owner finally came out and was kind of like nonchalant, kind of like, whatever. I'll get my dog and you can keep going. And the dog was biting her. Luckily, they are trained, and she did put the mail bag between him and her so that hopefully he didn't get any skin. And of course, I think she did say she had pepper spray, but it was in her bag was the problem. And this neighbor, people already complained about, because of the dog. I had the dog run up to me one time, and my son, and obviously it scared me because it's a big dog. They didn't have a closed-in gate, and so, yeah, you can't just let the dog loose, and, so I ended up going to court with this lady. The guy actually didn't show up. I'm pretty sure he got charged with something, but they ended up moving not long after that. I know that if your dog attacks someone, I think it has to be 3 times, then they have to put it down. I don't know what happened to them afterwards, like I said, they moved. But that was really scary. It was scary for me to watch, but it was obviously the mail person or the delivery person, however you say it, was shaken up, as you can imagine. But I did go to court with her since I did witness it. Plus, I love this lady. Actually, it's funny because since we've been in this house, she has had some surgeries and some health problems. But she's actually our mail lady now again in this neighborhood. So it's kind of funny. And so when she delivers a package or something, she stands and we talk and we hug, and I just love her. So she doesn't work full time, but she does still work delivering, and she's just the sweetest person ever. So I'm very thankful that we got to. My mom was still working before her stroke, she was the delivery person at my mom's job. So yeah, it has been a small world, as they say. Anyways, I got the sandwiches, so it's time for me to say goodnight. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.